Hello, I'm Shelley Diamond, Chair Emeritus of Out to Innovate, and I'm here to introduce Anita Simha, who is a recipient of one of the 2020 Ben Barras Fellowships for Career Development. So welcome, Anita. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm a community ecologist. I'm a PhD candidate at Duke University, where I study the concept of historical contingency, which is essentially trying to understand how historical context, historical interactions can affect how species interact in the present moment. So what I specifically look at is how the order in which species arrive in a new community can affect their interactions. I think there's a lot of metaphor there also with humans, the field of ecology in general, how the ways that ecologists study things now is a result of kind of like the historical and social context through which ecology as a discipline was developed, and through kind of critical and feminist science studies work, I also look at kind of how those social forces have shaped ecology as a field. So yeah, I'm getting my PhD at Duke. I'm jointly, along with my degree in ecology, pursuing a certificate in gender, sexuality, and feminist studies. Yeah.
So what has this fellowship meant to you?
This fellowship has meant several layers of things to me. At its most basic level, it's meant the ability to carry out my research program. I think it's also been hugely validating because as a non-binary person, it's not just that I'm looking to dominant institutions, to other scientists, asking for them to kind of like recognize a third box or like a different box, but you know, my gender expression, the way I show my gender is kind of through rejecting the idea of boxes in general. And yeah, I think the ways that we do scientific research and the ways that scientists often interact within institutions is really strongly governed by norms, and to have this idea that there's a different way of doing things and for that to be kind of like validated through this fellowship has meant a lot. And then a third thing I'll say is that it's really huge to me to have this Out to Innovate community, because I think it's pretty rare that people that I work with, I guess, understand kind of off the bat what I'm talking about when I talk about being non-binary, and when I talk about how that identity and expression affects the way that I do my science, and for there to be this community of people where I know that I don't have to justify myself because we're already kind of on the same page about doing things a little bit differently, that's also really validating.
Oh, I'm so glad. I think that what you're doing is really important. You know, where we are in the world today, we need people like you. And so we congratulate you and wish you the best. And I know you have a bright future ahead of you. So thanks for doing that.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.